Sweet. We are good. No way, Echo. Hey. So this is a typical home. I'll give you a tour, Echo. So we've been here now since mid-October. I just wanted to show you the old cardboard shelves. Here we go. We got a computer screen in there with Discord and some music. This is the old streaming stuff from back in mid-October. These cardboard shelves are handcrafted, as you might guess from the finesse. Only 5 or 6 pieces of sellotape. Mostly it's wedged in by that box. We've got some more models there and paints. Our executive shelves. And up here are our logged streaming hours, which are, we're doing 1,000 hours this year. And we have done 87 this month. So that's where we're at. This is Titus, Captain Titus of the 500 layers of paint. We have currently done 21. You know, we can get 22 on now. Or he's a little bit moist. Now we'll go for it. Let's get that layer on Titus. We can do that. So yeah, that's where we're at. I need to get some blue tack. Top tip for you, Echo. If ever you do streaming, blue tack over the people following, the likes, and the donations. That way you can focus on not getting psyched out if no one's watching. That's what you can do. You can just cover that up, and then you never need to worry about it. You can just focus on what's important, which is the painting. So, Table's top tips. Don't do what he says, or TikTok will punish you. My coffee, unfortunately, has passed the threshold of warm coffee, so I just got to guzzle it down quickly. Okay. Don't say that. Don't speak too soon, Echo. You know, you're just filthy scum like me. So, I mean, you gotta watch your mouth when the citizens come on. Oh, it's Big Mac. How you doing, Big Mac? I have made 0 investments. I did email Warlord Games. And said, why am I talking to Big Mac like he's a real person? You know what? Let's just pretend right now that he's a real person. So yeah, I emailed Warlord Games, Big Mac, about business investment opportunities. They have not responded as of yet. But as Warden cleverly pointed out, that's not a no, you know? It's not a no. So, actually, Echo, you do have the right to say you were the first person brought over from TikTok to YouTube. You were the first one. The first ever. That is probably a worthless thing, but still, you can say you're the first. So, Big Mac, have you got any business investing advice from Northern Michigan at the chemical, industrial machinery and chemical plant in which you manage? We would love to hear it. Bestow your business knowledge upon us. Help us to make some money, man. There you go, Echo. That's good. You're the first. Excellent. Good job. Good job. You're the first. That might be worth something. We'll figure something out. Maybe we can get a Warhammer voucher to you or something. Maybe we should do something like that. Do you live anywhere near a Warhammer store, Echo? Oh, I guess you can use the voucher online as well. How dare you, Big Mac? How dare you? Ich sprechen Sie Deutsch? Meine Mutter ist groß und weiß. And then there's no hablo mucho español. And there's oh, parlez-vous français? La bonbonne, la delière, the grande delière, la pamplemousse. So no, Big Mac, no, not really. I mean, or you can have some Finnish as well. Marius, tervetuloa. But yeah, Finnish is a difficult language. Yes, Echo. Yeah, this Con Shield isn't real. In fact, Con Shield is free, people. He's someone called Morph something something something, and Big Mac something something something. And the thing is, we knew Morph was, because Morph was weird from the get-go. We saw that he was automated straight away. But Big Mac, we were talking to him for a person for a while, and then I figured it out. But what we don't know is, we know they're all linked, but we don't know who the mastermind behind it is as of yet. So we've been getting our detective on, trying to figure out who the mastermind is. Now, I think I know who it is, because my main suspect is doing a little bit of a Clark Kent Superman thing, in that they're never here when Big Mac's here. So I do have a suspect, because they left yesterday from the stream, and then immediately after, Big Mac came on. Yeah, Northern Michigan, yeah. Of course it is Big Mac. Just in Northern Michigan is your channel. All right, yeah, okay. Yeah, we know Big Mac. We know your Morph. We know this. We've established this. And how we found out, Echo, is that I asked him a very specific question. And I asked him to answer it immediately, and he proceeded with some other nonsense. Hear me out. I was the mastermind. Wouldn't it be suspicious? It can't be you, Echo. It would be M. Night Shyamalan level proportions for you to already know about the stream, but then first introduce yourself on Discord. It would require intimate knowledge of how the channel works and functions. It would be delicious, but I fear it's too good to be true. But it would be good. And also, I think that the mastermind behind it would not want to give himself away, because I think he gets something out of being unknown. So it's a nice theory. It's solid. But no, I don't think... Oh, that's way lighter. Am I going to be repainting this guy if I'm not careful? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit and paint this leg this color. No, that's a terrible idea, Table. What are you doing? It would be really good if it was, frankly. I need some more administratum in that. That's way too light. Although, whilst we've got it, we could... no, don't need to do much edge highlighting. Although, we could. Let's do some edge highlighting. Hey, Warden, did Discord ping that the live stream started? Yeah, let's get some juicy edge highlights done. Yeet. Because, like, you know, where's the usual gang? See, Echo, we've been it's been pretty impressive. We've been hitting double digits, but then yesterday was a bit low energy. And then so yeah, I'm not sure where everyone is. But the good thing is, the power of the blue tack, it just means that I will crack on regardless and talk to you how I would whether it was one person or 100 people. That is the beauty of the blue tack. Oh, Echo as well. Yeah, one thing, never ask about this. You see this bottle of Null oil here and this blue tack? Never ask about it. And certainly never, ever ask to see what's underneath it. All right, you've been warned once. We can't speak of it again. That's it. That's all I'll say about that. So, yeah, you've been warned. These highlights are too... You've been warned. You've been warned. Uh-oh. New person. Ah, Rumples, you clever devil. I can't tell you. It's like, I mean, like, you're asking me to open the friggin' blast doors and shut off the Gellerfield. That's what you're asking me to do. You don't want to see it. You're looking into the eye of terror, you know? Like, you don't want to see it. If you were to look, you would immediately say, "Oh yeah, Table, you're right. I can't stop vomiting now." So yeah, you're welcome to try and find out from other people, because some people have gazed into the warp, but we've all regretted it. We've all deeply regretted it. No, Big Mac, that is my fan, because I am sitting in a cupboard. I am sitting in a cupboard, so I have a fan on me because I'm thinking of turning up, to be honest. I'm absolutely roasting in here. The warp, Echo. The warp. That's what's in there. The warp's in there. And like, I mean, if you look in, it will look back at you. And no one wants that. Hey, Big Mac, where's our business knowledge? Come on already. You've been boasting so much. You've been boasting your little artificial heart out, and yet no business advice. You manage people. You run investments of, what was it, rare earth metals, silver and gold, and yet you can't give us one tip. Why am I in the closet, the cupboard? Because I'm poor. I'm poor and I needed a space to paint. So I was like, clothes? What am I? A friggin' model? I don't need those. So I threw them out the window and threw my paints in this wardrobe. If it was I tell you what, if it was a gateway to Narnia, I would 100% become a poacher. You know, think of all that animal meat you could get. You know, you could buy a big freezer. You'd save yourself a fortune. You could have barbecue all the time. Be great. You just have to cut the human bits off. Uh-oh, I'm going to get an automated warning from TikTok. We've tracked you down. We've tracked you down on YouTube, and we just want to say, we don't agree with you eating the residents of Narnia. Yeah, poor me. But, I mean, human bits off, right? Because some of them have got, like, animal bodies, human heads, right? Where's the line on that? Where's the line? When does it become cannibalism, eating the people of Narnia? Although, actually, I don't know how to shoot a gun, and some of those creatures are pretty big, you know, like minotaurs and stuff, so I think I'd probably end up on someone else's barbecue on day one. Bloody Big Mac's gone. So I got a theory on that. Yeah, changing your name to Rich as well. One thing is, you know, the movie Hannibal. He's saying he's talking to the detective at one point, and he's saying about how people don't always tell you what they feel. They just smile and then make sure you don't advance in life. And I like that line. And I kind of see money as a means to advance your life forward, right? And so if you don't have the money, then you better get really good at accepting your lot, you know? Of course, Big Mac hunts and fish. He kills fish with his gigantic business portfolio on a chain. He just whirlwinds that round and whips it on the water. Thanks. I don't have any... oh, no, it wasn't you who was collecting Krieg. What do you collect? I might have something I can show you. Because I have my display cabinets right behind me to make like a kind of partition in this already small room. So I can easily grab something out. If you've got anything you're interested in seeing. And thanks, Rumple. Right, I'm just doubling up on those greys, aren't I? I should just continue on. So, Rumple, Echo, you're both new. Okay, art and craft. Let's see if I can grab you something up here. We've got my my old One Eye conversion from a Screamer Killer. I wanted him to look a little bit barnacle-y. So there he is. That's my take on it. The original idea is not mine. I've got to post it somewhere with the original person's name. But the shoulder beetle-like shoulder armor mounts with the barnacles, that's my little addition. And so are the little predator mandibles there. And they didn't do the half face that I've done. Or did they? They might have done that. I'm not going to take credit for that. So that's something. And then I guess I'll show you something. Here we go. Here's a little Clockwork Man. There we go. He's done. Little Clockwork Man for my Votan. Oh, he's not done. His trousers aren't done. What else do we have to hand? We have this guy. There's one. There's him. Let's see. We got a knight here. It's kind of store-bought 0.5. Like, I buy all my stuff second-hand. Basically, I don't really care too much about what I collect. I kind of... Well, I did just buy what I could get cheap second-hand. But I haven't bought anything this year. It's I've set myself the impossible goal of only painting models I can get through sponsorships now and not buying them. So there's a towel. But yeah, there's a few things for you. But no, I don't do 3D printing at all. There is one person who might turn up today, Fred. He's really good at 3D printing. He's really into it. So if that is your thing, I'm sure he'd love to talk about it, because he can't really chat to us about it because we don't know anything about it. But we try. Well, I mean, it was a dwarf, but... Wait, is there an orc with... Who's... You're referring to this, right? Yeah, I think he's referring to that. It's just some gold. You're welcome, buddy. That's kind of the whole point of us being here, you know? Paint and get some social. Now this is a little bit fiddly here. Whoop. I'm not even gonna go for a smaller brush. I'm just gonna do it with this one. Yep. Up. Yeah, it does. I very much get that impression that you've got to get a lot of things right to work with resin, a lot of hoops to jump through. But I can imagine the reward for getting it right and being able to print off loads of stuff is huge. But it's just getting to that point, isn't it? But yeah, it does feel like a hobby in its own right, that's for sure. Ah, thanks, Big Mac. Yeah, okay, Big Mac's finally... Ironically, his investing tip was based off what someone else had said. Interesting, that. Not original thought in his head. Chadwick. Oh, that's quite a name. Hi, Chad. I do believe you're new. Are you a real person? With fear change here. Are you human? How can we confirm that you're human? Kindly type an insult into chat. Oh, Hanno. A new non-real person has appeared. Hercule said hi to Big Mac, so we know they're not real. You know, first thing out of their mouth. Robots talking to robots. But we can spot them, guys. You know, when everything kicks off and we're looking for our version of John Connor, he will probably be from this chat. I do, yeah. Hang on, I do. Yeah, I've got well, not quite a few, but I'll show you the generations. It took me time to get the right paint colours going. Yeah, 1 second. So, right, I got really stuck with my Death Guard, but we got there in the end. Let's find some from each generation. So, We have him. There should be one down here. If not, I have to go across to the... Oh, yeah, there's one here. No, that's not one. Bear with me, I do have them. We'll find them. There's one. Okay, so we started off. So I don't like Death Guard green. I struggled so much to mix Death Guard green with this, and so this is a lot of just colour and then ink. But it was kind of Death Guard green mixed with a little bit of green, and then bleached bone as the highlights, right? Very basic. That's just bronze. That's just flesh with a wash. Very basic. I didn't like it. Didn't like them. I'm not so keen on that colour scheme. So what I went for kind of like a more like closer to the Heresy armour look. So I've gone a little bit more for like this. So, and then that's supposed to look like old skin, that cloak. So this one's got no modifications on it, but I was going more for like, you know, like the Heresy beige, but still a little rotten. I've got hang on, I've got some others. One sec. Let me just get them for you. Because I did some little modifications on a couple. I know where they are. They're just over here. So what we were going for was... So then this is a Terminator. He's again in the old bone armor. He's a little bit more gooey. This fist, I wanted him to have a giant fist. So it's actually a knuckle from an Ogre Kingdoms kit. But this big bulbous bit of flesh and that flesh in that gap there, that's green stuff that I've kind of molded. I kind of wanted it to look like his arm was getting away from him. You know, like it was getting a bit too big and manky. And then any gaps and recesses, I would stick some green stuff in. You can see a little bit in there as well. So I wanted them to look a little bit more manky. And then the most recent Death Guard we painted was this guy. He's Lord of Contagion. We painted him on stream. So what I did was I cut off the end of this barrel, because I don't like long barrels. Anything that sticks out and that can snap off easy, I tend to repurpose. So I chopped this sucker off. And you can see up here, what I did was I put a little bit of green stuff flesh in there, and I stuck the barrels up here for an additional chimney or two. And then what I did was I drilled these 3 tubes wonkily and trimmed them and damaged them a bit. But then the rest of him is largely the same. So he's an absolute beautiful model, and he didn't take that long to paint either. He was really a real treat to paint, actually. Really nice model, that one. So yeah, there's some of the Nurgles. I think I'll just pop them up there for now and continue painting. But yeah, that's some of the Death Guard. But the Death Guard, I never was going to collect them. They were like accidental. It's just for some reason, the second-hand market here in Finland, there's just a lot of chaos, especially Death Guard kicking about. So I was like, I kind of happened to fall into collecting them. I only have one Blood Angel. Hang on, I'll get him. I've got precisely one. I'll go grab him. See, everything's on the computer desk for photos and shorts and stuff, but I will grab him. KS, hey! So here is my only Blood Angel. This is Commander Dante. So he was originally on this base. Only this foot was connected at the top, at the very top. And I was like, that's going to snap. That's too wobbly. So what I did was I took him off. You can see the hole there for the original mounting. And what I did was I swapped him around and glued both of his feet onto that rock. So he's a bit more stable. And then I added these wings, which are from the Dominion box set. There's some kind of Stormcast sorcerer woman who has wings, but I was like, I'm having those. So yeah, there he is. He was a real treat. I love him a lot. He's actually in a paint competition. I think today's I don't think it's open anymore, but Squidmar Miniatures is doing a painting contest. So I actually entered my first ever one with Dante. But I'm a bit cringing about the name. You have to name your piece, and I was like, my first angel, and I was like, oh, table, what are you thinking, you dingus? So I'm a little bit embarrassed about that. But hey, the point is, I did it. I entered it, and that's good enough. Well, I mean, wings on Sanguinius, and everyone still loved him for it. So, not for the wings, but for him personally, But yeah, so if the painting competition is still going, you can still enter it. Right. Yeah, I am on this guy. I haven't done his arm. I kind of started on head and I did head, Gorget, backpack, and then went down to legs. I didn't do these arms. So, I don't know about you guys, but these bits back here, I don't really care about those. Yeah, that's where the whole wings thing comes from. KS, how you doing, buddy? Did Discord ping out and tell you about the stream, or did you just happen by out of interest? Yeah, there's a lot of pretty tasty models, to be honest, out there. Are you working on the Demon Prince? KS, you working on that painting, or should I not name it? Should I keep my mouth shut? Maybe I need to keep my mouth shut. Yeah, real life getting in the way, but today's been better, so. Good stuff, buddy. So it looks like Monday daytime stream will be back, and Monday daytime stream is our celebration for 100 hours. We won't get 100 hours in a month done. So it was 100 hours at the beginning of April, beginning of February, which means we should hit the 1,000 hours sometime in June, if I am able to continue at this pace, which I don't see any reason not to. But assuming we miss a few days, somewhere, illness or something, then it will be there, something like that. Enamel washes, I don't know anything about those. You clearly know yourself. For those of you that don't know, KS is absolutely stunningly good at painting. Yeah, he's just absolutely brilliant. No, I haven't. We've been talking about that a few times on here, actually. I've been invited to visit Phoenix, Arizona. I have a friend there, but I've never been. And we've talked about it a lot. And what I would want if I get to go is I'd like to just do what Americans do. I would like to experience American culture, because I feel like I'm close enough being English culturally, but there'll be like little nuanced differences that I'll really enjoy, because it's the differences that I enjoy. So yeah, I'd like to visit, but all I have to do, if I just grow the channel to the point where it gets me a plane ticket, then I'll come visit. There's another stretch goal for me. Is stretch goal the name? Another target? Let's say that. Yeah, the channel can bring me over. Warden, are you at Warhammer again? Are you buying more minis? You just bought some yesterday. Okay, the greys vary on this model from place to place. But I'll be honest, I quite like that. Yes, yes, that's true. I should just travel through hell to get there. I'm sure there will be no issues with that at all. Well, I mean, I'll be on a tourist visa, so I think I will have to leave. I'll just be there for a little holiday. Okay, this guy's great. He's second layer done. He's just edge highlights now. Yeah, he's good. Okay, next one. That was very fast. This is kind of like just my own chapter. This is what they look a little further along. They look a little bit like this. But these Terminators are in various stages of being completed. Hang on, let me find the one that's a little bit more done. He's a little bit more done. But they're going to look a sort of like this. I know that these are too bright initially, so edge highlighting these is a bit of a nightmare because I haven't found a good white. But I don't want to darken these ones down. But they're going to vary in their greys, I'm sure. But I kind of want them to have a little bit of lore where, you know, it's armor that works over armor that matches color-wise. That's kind of part of their principle. So I'd like them to be the chapter for one of the missing Primarchs. We've got some missing Primarch lore going on. I kind of want to make a Primarch called Agrax after Agrax Earthshade. So his lore is that he's one of the excommunicated Primarchs, right? And what happened is when all the other brothers were jettisoned off, somehow he retained knowledge of what happened during the War of Unification. Somehow he remembered what happened to the Thunder Warriors at the end, right? And somehow he retained that knowledge. So when the Emperor arrived and maybe something like that happened on his own planet, he defied him. So, you know, something like that. But I really want to kit bash some Techno Barbarians. Thunder Warriors we've established is too difficult. But with the new Custodes, I could have, now that they've got the proportions right, it would be nice to have some of those, because then it just brings us one step closer to having Custodes chopping up Thunder Warriors. I like that a lot. I like that idea a lot. I think a unification... The trouble with unification is that the Techno Barbarians don't have any units or anything really lore-wise that... you'd have to completely make their units up. But part of that's the fun. Well, that's what I was trying to do. So, what I was going with was eyes and lenses and the Power Fist. That's how I was just trying to set them off a little bit. But maybe it needs a little bit more. But I wasn't painting anything grey, so I knew I very much wanted to practice my greys, so I figured Space Marines. Plus, there's something quite stormtroopery about them that I like. Because I like Custodes a lot. I like that they are, each one is a handcrafted masterpiece. I like that a lot. But I also like my mass-produced Space Marines as well. But I'd want them to be less elaborate, more utilitarian. I can understand why the Marines of 40k are more elaborate, but 30k, no. T-34, isn't that the World War II film where like they have like shell cam where they follow the shells to try and when they get fired from one tank at another? I'm not even going to worry too much about mistakes. Are you telling me that they used a Russian tank in Fury? I thought, wasn't the Firefly a Sherman chassis with an American, a British gun in it? Ah, his face. Yeah, he definitely needs a little bit of touch up. Here we go. Let's do the most difficult bit right now. Burp. And in this little recess, hardest bit. There we go. Just ever so slightly in there. What I'm painting on is pretty close to what's already on. Kind of want to get in there and do a little token bit in there. Let's see if I can just ever so slightly. Oh, table, you beauty. That'll do it. Dabba-doo ya. Yeah, exactly right. Thank you, Warden. Yeah, if you're willing to, it'd be appreciated. Help out on the old algorithm. You know, if I just vanish, then we didn't make it. We didn't get there in time. Because I think I know that in my heart, I feel like we'll make it. The question is if a real life torpedo comes along and stops it before we get there, guys. That's the only issue. So there is an ever so slight time pressure. But I'm aiming for the 1,000 hours. I'm going for it, and then we can evaluate. But I think 1,000 hours is a good goal. That's really bright. Why is that so bright in relation to the rest? Yeah, I agree actually. And also on the variation of thing, we've experimented with that with the variation of golds. Hang on one second. Let me go get where I'm trying to get with the gold, with this greys. The variation, yeah, I love it. I do like it. Sorry about that. I like to drop a cheeky short whenever I pop away, just in stealth mode. I like that I can just drop as much content as I like in stealth mode and not bug people who are subscribed. I like that. So this is where I was kind of going with the greys, but in gold. So if we look here, believe it or not, this leg here is a different combination of golds to this leg here. It's similar but not the same. Oh, well, we'll come to that. We're going to be doing that next. So again, this chest piece, different gold. This shoulder, different gold. And if you look closely, you'll see that this, and this is a different gold. So it's similar but not the same. I like doing stuff like that. So, but we've lost her head. I have no idea where it is. We're currently missing her head. But on the plus side, she's done. A really beautiful model, that one. Okay, so you wanted to know about this model. So let's just let's give the people what they want. This is Captain Titus. His mission is to unite the 500 layers. We are currently sitting on layer 21. So let's get another layer on him. I'm feeling a bit frivolous, so I think we'll go for some Oldorf Guard Blue. What we can do is we can paint something gold, and I can walk you through it, or I can just tell you the colours now. But similar but not the same. I'm a big fan of that. It adds some nice texture, some nice roughage. Lictor. That was pretty fast, wasn't it? That was a pretty fast answer, and I'll give you my reasons. Right, Def Leaper, I don't have it, but it's got that cloak. That cloak looks a bit difficult to paint, and it's a character. You know, with the Lictor, you get 3 combinations in the instructions of how you can pose it, but you can also cook up your own. So I say, get the Lictor, do the Lictor, get that going right. Maybe get another Lictor, different positioning, different colours maybe, and then when you're ready, go for the Def Leaper. That's what I reckon. That's my 2 cents. No, this is not Chaos Spawn Titus. This is Titus. He's been given his mission to unite the 500 layers, and that's what we're doing. And then what happens is, so for every layer I paint, I get 2,000 imaginary euros, right? But the second layer 500 goes on, what I'm going to do is I'll just send out an email to Henry Cavill and say, hey, look, now we've got the 500 layers on. This model's now €1,000,000. And he'll say, hey, love your stuff table. I'll buy it. And then we're set with $1,000,000. Just think how many giveaways we could do, you know? So that's the plan. Foolproof plan, if you might say. Absolutely solid, foolproof plan. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. It's foolproof. I'm amazed more people haven't thought of it. Right, there we go. That's that. Don't forget the undercarriage. Very important. And there, he's got another coat. Perfect. Let's just pop him up there. Thank you, Titus, for your contribution. Let's mark that down. Where's my post-it? There we go. Perfect. One step closer. €2,000. So if you want to buy it, my maths is essentially, what is it? Double this number and make it into thousands. So it's 22,000. So for €44,000, you can buy it. It's been a recommended business plan by Big Mac himself. He is Mr. Big Business. And if you're unsure, speak to him and then you'll be convinced. Not that you need convincing. It's clearly a sound investment. But you can't have it. I mean, the thing is, you have to pay 44,000 up front, right? That's non-negotiable. But when you get it at 500 layers, you can sell it at $1,000,000. Bargain, eh? You'd be a fool not to. You know, you'd be a fool to not do that. Yeah, see, look, Big Mac's straight on board. Here he is, with his mechanical mind. What are we doing? We're doing the head, weren't we? It's a little bit not so smooth here. I might just put in a little bit there. Oh, I like that. KS. Okay, first things first. I love that tank. Yeah, I think tank destroyers where the gun's mounted in the hole like that look amazing. Um, yeah, it absolutely beautiful tank. So, and also it's great to hear that I can be on in the background whilst you're painting. I love the idea of that. I feel like I'd like to think that I'm good background noise where you can occasionally chime in as well. I like that a lot. I've also been flirting with the idea of being a kind of like rubbish Siri. So if you want to ask me a general knowledge question, I can answer it for you, and I guarantee it will be correct. Is that the size of the gun or the proportions of the model? I don't know my scales. What is it? 1 in 57? No, 1 in 72 scale. Isn't that the standard for like the tanky boys? I don't know. I don't know my model scales that well. Okay, so it's just, ever so slight bit under here. Again, most token of the token. It doesn't need much of anything because you're not going to look under there. This is purely for my getting more practice time on a model. That's all that is. And I kind of fluffed it a little bit actually. But again, you're not going to see under there. I'll touch up the belt buckle a little bit. Oh, Warden, I didn't even hear the question. What was I supposed to have answered? Does anyone know? What did I miss? What should I have answered? Oh, Lictor or Death Leaper. Oh, man, you asked me a question and immediately walked away. I gave you a nice lengthy answer. All right, so well, hang on. Tell me that you're here first, Warden, before I say it again and you say you've stepped out again. Piece of filth. Friggin' asking me a question and leaving, wasting my breath. I'm getting on, You can't... I'm old. You can't make me talk this much. Just let me sit and paint and soil myself in silence, will you? Come on, Warden. Little cheeky confirmation, please. Just tell me you're alive. Okay, he's alive. Good. Right. So my tip was go Lictor, right? And my theory behind it is that Death Leaper, he's like a character, right? So you want to do a good job on a character. Lictors, you get 3 different combinations in the manual, and you can clearly pose him your own way if you wanted as well. There's a lot of like adjustments you can do. So my theory was get a Lictor, maybe 2. Get your paints cut down, get the poses down, and then go on to the Death Leaper. That's what my theory is. It's what I'm doing. And I'm glad I did it. I didn't know there was 3 different poses. I thought there'd be 2 in the Lictor kit, but there's actually 3. But a lot of possibility for you to do your own thing with it as well. Oh, it might be KS. I don't ever check the chosen shorts so that I can have plausible deniability. I never watch them. Because I'll just say, if I ever get in trouble for them, I'll be like, well, hang on, YouTube. You picked it for me. So, although, to be honest, KS, I've already got a bit of a reputation on TikTok for being a little bit dangerous. I was warned. And they put a health warning on my stream saying, caution, this stream can lead to, serious injury or something. What was it again, Warden? It was restricted. Yeah, it was dangerous. And we couldn't figure out why. We was like, what's so dangerous about painting in a cupboard? And then we figured it out. Yeah, people were people were being warned going into my stream. I felt so dangerous. For the first time in my life, I felt edgy. But yeah, we did figure it out. And it was actually entirely legitimate. We well, I say we. I accidentally, I might have accidentally said to Warden, "You've outlived your usefulness. You should light a fire in your living room and step into it." But then, people might not have realised that I didn't mean it and actually do that. So I got a warning for it, but we couldn't figure it out, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, I told him to set himself on fire." So yeah, that was a bit awkward. But again, I felt dangerous. A man not to be trifled with. The unstable table. You got to watch out. I felt dangerous. I was just there for the achievement. I was expecting to get told off. But we fixed it. We fixed it. Yeah, God, if a kid actually did that because I said it as a joke, oh my God, that would be awful. That would be horrendous. That would not be a good look. Yep, I get that. Whenever I see like someone on the news for committing a particularly horrible crime, I'm like, they definitely collected miniatures. It's part and parcel to being a criminal. Let's see if I can get away with doing this line in one go. Or this brush is definitely too big, but I'm going for it. Yep. You know what? Good enough. I'll take that. That's fine. It's not perfect, but I'll take it. That's a different grey entirely. I'll just touch that up a bit. There we go. Okay, I need some more medium. Where's my laminine? As controversial as it is, Ultramarines are growing on me. I'll be honest. I do think I will pick myself up a Rabute. He's quite a nice looking model. They're growing on me. The whole Battle of Macragge thing. It's, with all the Terminators being wiped out, they're growing on me. Titus is getting a lot of love. And if Cavill's going to play him as well, then, I've got to support my boy. What's the deal with Marines Malevolent? I've heard the name only. I don't know anything about them. I feel like I've already grayed this bit, but we can go in and just do a touch up. Beautiful. Man, these greys are going on good. I can't even tell if I've done the back of the legs. I don't think I've done this bit. Because I can still see the browns from the other day. Right here. See those? Okay, I think he's grayed just fine. Well, that's not a great look for them, is it? Administratum, where are you? Let's just go with what we got. It's fine. You know what? Actually, no. I add some actual ink in there. That's what I do. Darken it with that Griffin Charger. Oh, here's a thing. Does anyone know when the release date, or is it even announced, the release date of the new Custodes? Custodies. Hang on a second, because originally the Space Marines originated from Terra. That's where they were made first, and then they spread out. And then the Legions were gifted to the Primarchs when they were discovered. So how would we get around that little tidbit? Okay, so 11th is on the way. Bugger. I gotta scare up some bucks. Yeah, he probably just can't say, even if he does know. So you can't really begrudge him that. You don't want him to get in trouble. Exactly. Primarch Agrax. I can't get behind Space Marines being developed to look so similar independently. However, you could feed into Agrax lore that if he already knew of the Thunder Warriors, in theory, hey, you're just describing Agrax. Because if he retained knowledge of the Thunder Warriors, he might be able to recreate them in some crude way. So in theory, you could have like a larger, more barbaric Space Marine rocking around out there if you tied your headcanon with my lore. In theory, that could work. That actually links up a little bit. I'd give him a big cuddle. I'd be like, hello, please sponsor me. I've kind of painted myself into a corner where I said I wouldn't buy models until I get sponsored. So please, any box will do. I got the shakes. It's been a month. I haven't bought anything since before Christmas. What am I doing painting his butt there? Hey, Chad. I didn't hear about the Beastman officers, and I'm not so sure about who the Hammers of Dawn are either, frankly. I mean, clearly they're a subsect of Imperial Fists, but I couldn't tell you what they look like. I kind of got lost in some musing. I was trying to think of what body would I use to make these Space Marines who are not Space Marines, that their template would be Thunder Warriors, the dreams of Thunder Warriors. So, I mean, an ogre body. Maybe if you took off all the Chaos iconography and put on new heads on the 8-bound. You know? You'd need a bigger Space Marine, and then everything else you could kind of figure out. But the good news is there would kind of be a junkier version of a Space Marine, but there's some lore there. There's definitely some lore there. Yeah, but mine are like... I need to... Hercule, was it you... Hercule, was it you who said about the headcanon about Space Marines elsewhere? I just need to ask your permission to take your really good idea and fold it into my lore, because it does kind of connect. Do I have your permission? Because I would love to add that to Agrax's lore, that he's trying to recreate Thunder Warriors. But, you know, more times past, different part of the galaxy, different factors, you know, they would come out a little bit different to actual Thunder Warriors, which makes kit bashing... Thanks, Hercule. I love it. I really love it. Now, the question is, what model would be a good body base? 8-bound? They're pretty big, but you've got a lot of chaosy stuff that you have to take off. And then obviously you'd have to replace the heads because they've got the butcher's nails in. Hey, Bull. Bull, we've got some... how you doing, Bull? Yeah, tell me how you're doing first, and then I'll tell you the delicious new lore news that we've just received, thanks to Hercule. A great addition. From was it a long day at work? You're 12-hour days, aren't you? Isn't that right? Or is that Fred? It might be Fred. Details on a shield. I don't have a shield, but we'll get this shield done today. So if ever you join another stream, I'll show it to you. That's the best I can do, I'm afraid. If I don't see you again, take care, man. Enjoy your sleep. 3 a.m. is definitely bedtime. Okay, Warden, you've made up your mind. Def Leaper it is. There you go. That's the one. If you're leaning, that's the one you got to get. Don't listen to me. Get the Leaper. I'd love to hear how it is. I don't have that one. So maybe it is the way to go. I just worry about the cloak. That's what put me off. I was like, I'm not sure I can do this justice. But you're not me, so go for it, man. I don't know. I'm just going to call it chest shield. But yeah, we're painted today for you. I wasn't going to do right now as you were leaving, but I'll get round to it, I'm sure. I have no idea what you call the chest shield. I have no idea what its actual name is. Yeah. How is it the same? Oh, PM. Okay, that's why. we both know what we mean. We just don't know its name. We're on the same page at least. Or I went in one of those vents. I'm going to leave it. It's just a leg. It'll be all right. I'm not going to clean that out. It's too late now anyway. Ship sailed. I could re-ink it if I really want to. I might re-ink it. Hey, Warden, I'm not surprised that some of the OG boys aren't on here today, because yesterday I was a little bit down in the dumps, wasn't I? I reckon I put some people off yesterday. I couldn't shake it. I could not shake it. It wasn't like today, or the majority of streams. I just couldn't shake it. I'm glad that I've shaken it. But during the stream, I think it was a little bit like bleh. But it's good that it's gone. Hey, no one's perfect, man. You know, no one's perfect. It happens sometimes. It happens to all of us. Oh, what's the name? The N. That sounds French. Oh, Titus, he's calling. Right, I want a different blue this time. Let's go for some, where's my Macragge? Calgar. Oh, here's a thing as well, guys. For those of you that don't know, what do you think about having beakies on scout bodies? What do we think to that combination? Does it look all right? I think it looks okay. But I am interested in hearing 2 cents. Come here, Titus. You must do your duty. Yeah, we got some Calgar on the go. They are lovely. They are iconic. Excellent. Okay, so looks like some people agree. Easiest 2,000 fake euros I've ever made. Did you just self-censor? Thanks, Warden. We don't want to be dangerous on here too, you know. Or maybe that's why my ad revenue is so low. Maybe it's because I think before I speak before I think. Another layer conquered. You are doing your duty, Titus. How about 500 coats? I will see Titus do his duty. I will see his duty done. Good, Titus. Good. Another layer conquered. Oh, you're looking beautiful, Titus. Up you go. Dry off, and then we can cake some more on. That's Calgar Blue. Oh, I got Titus all over my fingers. Ugh. Oh. Oh. Nathaniel. You forget yourself, sir. How dare you, sir? How dare you come here, your first time, convince us that you're human and then tell us what to do? Shame on you! You forget yourself, sir. You are sitting here in civilized company. How dare you try and force your better... Well, I can't say I'm your better. How dare you force that piece of filth at his table to change his mind on the 500 layers after we are how many layers in? 23 layers in? How very dare you, sir? You shall answer. You shall answer for this. How dare you? My anger is only bettered by my disappointment. Yeah, I think there might be a problem with the count, Warden. I think some mistakes have been made. I think I might have added some coats and not recorded them. So we're going to have to go with the official number. Yeah, but 23. What else do I paint? Whatever I can get my hands on, cheap second hand. Yeah, I do buy some new stuff. The last thing we painted before this was some Sisters of Battle, Moran Vow, and then before that a Chaos Venom Crawler Tyranids, but I don't have any base coated Tyranids. Yeah, it's whatever I can get my hands on second hand. I'm not a rich guy, so I kind of collect what I can get cheap and what I like the look of. So as a result, I don't really have much in the way of actual formed armies. But yeah, but every game system, I'm trying to work my way towards painting and playing a game of any system. But I'm in various stages of completion on all of them because of the way I collect. So Nathaniel, if I don't see you again, take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your life. Yeah, mind how you go, just in case we don't see you ever again. Appreciate you stopping by. Oh, and good night for me and someone who's same time zone. Oh my days, you just made yourself a Big Mac puppet master. Because Big Mac said the same time but PM, not AM. Oh my days, could that be? No, surely not. Surely he wouldn't give himself away so easily. Or Big Mac is learning and becoming more sophisticated. We're not going to be able to trust anyone at this rate. Yeah, it seems that Big Mac can now replicate himself. The plot thickens. Much like Titus. I'm done, backpack. I think we're going to have to start quizzing ourselves and each other as to whether or not we're human at this rate. Just everyone in here is Big Mac or Big Mac's descendants. Because let's face it, if the first iteration being Big Mac tricked us for ages, then there's no hope for the more sophisticated children that come after. So a lot of paint on the end of that brush. It's also got a weird little bump appearing on it as well. I might try and get that off. Looks like a bit of dried paint. Ah, hello to you, Dusk. What's this story about this mech boy going on then? When you say writing, do you mean slapping into ChatGPT and saying you wrote it? Or actually writing? Oh, good for you, Dust. Good for you, man. Yeah, use your brain. If you use AI to write, you'll just sound like a very polite robot. You know. Good for you. Don't forget to add in that his teeth grow quick, so he's got the money to fund his little experiments. Or better still, he's got an orc who he keeps around, whose teeth do grow quick, and he pulls them out, so he's got the money to buy stuff for his experiments. Or better yet, the orc he keeps around, he tells the orc that his teeth grow especially fast, and the orc believes it, so his teeth do grow especially fast, and then he harvests them. That's the way to go. Hey, Van. Van's here. Whee! We've had a little bit of a different gang on today, haven't we? Different people. People we've not met before. Been an influx of new people, so it's always nice to see Ven. I think I'm just going to adjust my height a second to stretch out the old back. I'm thinking very soon to get myself a can of Megaforce. I'll finish the greys and then I'll get it, I think. I don't know why, but I'm really enjoying painting these Marines. They're much more enjoyable than the other Sterngard. But then again, maybe they're more enjoyable because I've clocked in so much time on court that I've got a little bit better. Maybe that's why I'm enjoying them. They're not so stressful. Or I'm not so stressed out about making a mistake. I don't know, but something's really enjoyable about them. I kind of feel like branching out into other chapters. I do kind of feel like getting a squad or something and painting them different colours. But what I'm going to do with that is get a few bucks together, and then I'm going to follow Warden's advice and pick out something on the colour app and just buy them there and then. But I don't want to use the colour app until I got the bucks, because I know if I use it, find something I really like, I'm going to be like, oh, well, I can't buy it, can I? And that's just depressing. So I'm holding off. But Warden gave some good advice there, I feel. But the extra Agrax lore is beautiful. Hercule really helped us out there with that. I love it. I love that lore. And it makes kit bashing Thunder Warriors, not Thunder Warriors, viable. Oh, he eats the wires of a tank. How does he survive the explosion? Because he's got to be pretty close to be eating it. Oh no, I've done my drinking for the year. No way. I don't want a beer. No, no, no. That gin last week. I'm good for the rest of the year. No more drinking for me. I'm fine. It's awful afterwards. The day after is just too horrible. I don't need to drink. I'll just do the painting instead, I think. I'm enjoying concentrating my efforts on this. Makes me feel like I'm doing something fun and worthwhile. Just Emperor Agrax, please bless me with some friggin' marginal success. Oh, he staples a force field generator to a squig. So if the squig runs off, does his force field run off as well? Okay, I think we're on edge highlights. So they vary. They do vary in their greyness, as you can see. But I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all, as long as the edge highlights look all right. I'm a big fan of mechanical jaw orcs. I think that's a great idea. And whatever he has on his limbs, they can't match, that's for sure. He can't duel something. He would be far too sophisticated an orc for that. Oh, Big Mac with the good advice. Yeah, maybe he's got business savvy. Maybe he has. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just going to use the loo, grab a drink. Won't be long. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point about we wouldn't have created that masterpiece if it wasn't. Yeah, that's true. We would not have created that. So I think it was a trial by fire. I think it was definitely worth doing, but I'm not sure it's worth doing again. Big Mac, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think they're equally not good. Right, so I'm thinking some Troll's Teeth. I think I'm going to get hefty with the highlights. I did it on this one. Although I feel like these highlights are too high, but... if I just do them neater. This is Gin Marine, so... I'll just do them neater. Yeah, these highlights are a little neater. I'll figure it out. That's true. They did used to give it to babies. So these eyes have been done a different blue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to white these eyes again. And maybe add a different blue. I'm not so keen on that blue. Looks a little washy-washy. Hey, Freds. No, there's no gin. It's taken on a little bit of a boozy chit chat, but I really don't feel like highlighting everything again on this guy. I'll just do some choice ones. How you doing, Freds? How's your work day treating you? Not too rough, I hope. Daytime streams should return Monday. As far as I know, Master set it that you have to have a role assigned to get notifications. Like it's an optional thing so that I'm not just bombarding people with the news. I'm pretty sure that's what's happened. Yeah, the Discord's really changed. Master's really taken care of that. It actually looks like a Discord now. Oh yeah, does anyone fancy citizenship? The citizenship is still... The window is still open. But it's not given. You gotta earn it. Just let me know if you fancy looking down on people, including me. You get to join the likes of Fred and Warden. Those sophisticated people that they are. Okay, Dusk. Well, all you have to do to get citizenship is in your internet browser of your choice, type in Warhammer Community Unsung Heroes and fill out a brief form. Write a small bit of text about me. Basically say the opposite of what you think of me and give me a glowing review. And then once you've sent that, you get your citizen status. That's it. That's simple. Takes approximately 5 minutes of your time. Do you know what I'm starting to think? That I don't have to highlight the entire edge to get an edge highlight. You'll get to look down upon me forever, Dusk. I can't get citizenship, so that's quite the surely that's quite the motivation. 5 minutes for such an accolade forever? He's done it. Yeah, he did it because he couldn't be an admin without it. Because he can't tell like citizens what to do if he's not a citizen. Ant as well is also a citizen. They've done it. Yeah, but I appreciate you being. I appreciate then you looking out for yourself and fellow citizens. I appreciate that. No, he PM'd it to me. Or at least I think he did. I'm fluffing up those edge highlights big time. Yeah, they're very overzealous edge highlights. Oh well, moving on. Can't win them all, guys. I think it's very much a work in progress on Master's part to get it working. But I'm sure he'd appreciate the feedback. You don't, Big Mac. You don't. It's true. I could be a robot back here. But you'd think if I was a robot, I'd be programmed to paint a little better, frankly. I really like how this arm's positioned holding this gun. I really like it. Oh, Big Mac. I see you're pulling a Uno reverse on me here. You're trying to get people to doubt me being a robot, which, to be honest, is easily done. You could even have me doubting me if you carry on like this. They are shambles of a pair of hands, yeah. I don't think you could program such flaws so easily. That is true. Titus could use another layer, actually. He's going to be pretty hefty. He might even be Dreadnought size, to be honest. He might be a pretty big buddy. So I haven't finished the greys on this leg at all. You can see it's not greyed, not fully greyed, and my grey is still a little bit not quite dead yet. So I'm gonna just fix up this leg, just because it's got the little emblem and it's quite a nice leg, and I really like this guy's pose. So I figure I should just give him a little bit more love, just here. Just touch that up. Yeah, the paint's not super wet, but it's more than nothing. Jesus. I reckon he'll probably weigh enough that the cardboard shelves collapse and Titus topples forward and collides with my face, killing me. And that will be how I end. That will be what will happen. The shelves won't be able to hold him. And then live on stream, I will take a Titus to the face and be no more. Well, that depends, Dusk. I need it verified, but yeah, we need to verify it. We need some kind of proof. Right, he's highlighted. I don't need to do much more on him. Just maybe a little bit there. Don't rush the highlights table. Don't try and cheese it. Just give each line a bit of time. Okay. Can you drop in Slap in General the confirmation message or something? We need more than you just saying it. Every other citizen has proved it. Or you can PM it if you don't want to put it in general. Either or. Titus. Good job, Titus. $24. Just need the confirmation desk and we're all good. We can go ahead. I can bestow that upon you immediately. Don't worry about that eye, guys. I know it looks like a big old blob, but the ink will fix that. We will fix that with ink. I'm even going to go in and do this eye, and I don't care if I blob it. I'll show you. If I'm inking one eye, I might as well ink the other. We got a citizen, guys. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the ranks of the citizenry. You are most welcome, sir. You have joined the ranks. You have raised yourself out of the filth and squalor. I'm going to give him that rank right now. That's a note. No, I want to add a role. Citizen. I'm going to remove your filthy scum role, for you are a citizen. Welcome, Dusk. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club. You now have executive rights. There will be perks that will forever increase exponentially. You're now part of that gang. Welcome. You are better than the rest of us. Yes, you are. Service guarantee citizenship. You made protection of the body politic your personal responsibility, and you gave up some of your precious time to do that. You are now a citizen. These highlights are going disastrously on this guy so far. I say we just accept it for what it is and do what we can. Yes, that's the big one. You are better than me in every way. Yep, that's a big one. And I know everyone said the same thing. Table, I don't need a roll to know that. But it's nice to have it on paper, you know? It's nice to have it in writ. See you in a bit, Freds. Enjoy the rest of your lunch. Catch you later, KS. Thanks for stopping by, bud. See you soon. Oh, I left at Megaforce too long. So I'm going to load up a little less on this brush. I think I'm getting a little bit carried away with loading up the small brush. Catch you in a bit, Big Mac. You fake little machine, you mechanical son of a bitch. I'm going to read it right now, sir. I've never heard the word whiz. It's a nice word, the whiz. Ooh. That's nice. Hey, creative writing, buddy. I'm probably not the best judge. I'm terrible with the words. But I was invested. I'm trying to rush these highlights. Made quite a few mistakes on this guy. However, it will be all right. I'm not overly concerned. We'll just do better on the next ones. This thumb isn't painted at all, but I can just cheese that with that. I'm just going to add an ever so slight bit of, I guess, ink. Just a little bit of Griffin Charger, just to try and have it a little less. So I'm sacrificing a bit of pigment for a bit of moisture. Although it looks still pretty moist there. So what made you want to write a story? Just for fans? Well, that's fair enough. These highlights are pretty sloppers. That was pretty speedy highlighting. I don't think you're going to notice that it's a bit sloppy, Slapdash, when looking at it from above. Right, where are we at? We need to get charger on, 11% battery, that's for sure. Quiet in chat. What numbers are we looking at, guys? British day, it's been -20 at its coldest today, so it's not been particularly British where I'm at. The snow's been wonderful. Kids have been sick. Been a busy one, but not as bad as the previous day. Hey, Bull, thanks, bud. If we can find that Frisian blue, we could top up the shoulder pads if it was to hand. But I think that might be asking a bit too much. Yeah, that's asking a bit much. Okay, so we'll carry on with gold trimming the shoulder pads. Let's do that. That's fine, man. I wouldn't. Jesus, what on earth are you planning, you criminal mastermind? You, what on earth is going on there? Oh, golds on this one are done. Okay, cool. Oh, but it's shoulder pads I'm doing. That's why. That's why the rest of it's done. Oh, you beautiful buddy, you lucky devil. I'd love a Clarence. Please, by all means, upload a photo to Discord if you're willing. Ah, there he is. Oh. I thought for a second that was a very speedy picture of Clarence. It's a rather big patch of chainmail for... Huh? How big's... he probably can't hear me, can he? Yeah, he's probably not hearing me right now. So me answering him in here is probably not going to work out. It would seem so, yeah. Clarence has... Yeah, it's probably for the best that he's confused me. I see chainmail. I don't see Clarence. I don't understand the size of the chainmail. The chainmail looks massive for the I mean, is he what? Is he covering the whole model in chainmail? I've got a bit of a soft spot for Zeech, but Nurgle's been blessing me with on the channel, so it's a toughie. It's a toughie, but I do like Zeech. I like it that you threw the two-headed bird guy into a horrible hole in the warp that not even he wanted to go into. I like stuff like that. And I like you could be worshipping Zeech without even knowing it, and then suddenly you've got six eyes on your foot. I don't have a favourite, although I quite like the idea of, what is it, Malice? And it's only because I guess, you know, a Chaos God of Order, I don't know what form that would take. But I guess that's part of the mystery of it. I think Slaanesh scares me the most. I think that's terrifying. I think Slaanesh is probably the scariest. Thanks. Much appreciated. You never know. After 1,000 hours, I might actually be half good at painting. Maybe. Maybe it is just a question of time on court to improve. I do think, though, that Warden's right in that the colour app will solve my problems with colour schemes. It's just, you can't go on it with no money. I just think it's just a depressing exercise. I think, like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because he said so himself, it quickly turns into $100 of paint. I would immediately get colours for the lion. I'd immediately figure that one out. Because I am completely in the dark. And he's assembled. He's ready for base coat and painting. So I need to pick it up on him. Earth, I'll take Servitor 100%. Just make me a Servitor. It's fine. You know, lobotomized. I'll just take that. The Harp Demon, though, that model is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love that model. It's so good. Yeah, the Harp model is really, really good. I'm pretty sure that would be a real pleasure to paint. Such a good model. Oh, yeah, this is a Lancer, yeah. There you go. Just something we paid on the stream. I'm not happy with the blues, but I'm quite happy with the heraldry. Yeah, we got two of them. There's quite a few things in the background. If you have anything specific, not necessarily stuff from here, but if you've got a particular faction or something and you want to have a look, see, then I'm sure we can sort that out. You know you don't want the berserk. Oh well, they are nice. Admittedly, the new berserkers. True story about the berserkers. I was gonna buy Moran Val and the berserkers for cheap, but I sent the money and the guy just ran off with the cash. So corn berserkers are always a bit of a sensitive subject with me because it reminds me of when I got cheated out of some bucks. But I was able to pick up Moran Val again, but the berserkers I never got again. Yeah, that still bugs me to this day. Just totally trusted someone and they robbed me. Yeah, that really bugs me because I just trusted them and they just took it and disappeared. They robbed a few other people as well, just abusing people's trust. But yeah, I mean, they're really good models. I didn't realize it was Def Leaper, not just Def Leaper or Lictor. That is it Def Leaper or Def Reaper? I forget. It's not even that I got scammed. It's kind of like what bugs me is that a lot of people just think, well, you were silly enough to fall for it, so you got what you deserved. And it's like, well, hang on, no, I wasn't silly enough to fall for it. I simply trusted someone, and they abused the trust. You know, it's called being civilized. So, but yeah, hey ho. I'll get them one day. Yeah. But yes, I'll be servitor over Harp because him being the Slaanesh Harp is probably a good day. Who knows what else is going on with him behind closed doors? You know. So yeah, I'll take servitor because it's yeah, sure they might amputate your legs and staple new ones on before they lobotomize you, but the discomfort won't be for long. Have you noticed that we're being praised? Look at all this praise from Lord Agrax. There was multiple blessings there. The brightness was going crazy. We were being truly blessed. Oh, I said something right. Look at all the blessings. Oh man, I've done something right. Is it because I advocate? Is it because I advocated for civility? Is that why you're blessing me, Agrax? But now the path is clear to kitbash Thunder Warriors. You kitbash Thunder Warriors, not Thunder Warriors, basically. And that's how you do it. That's how you get around it. With the new law that we've developed about Lord Agrax. Tyrannid, go with your first Instinct Warden. Get the Nid. Def Leaper, Def Reaper, Damien Bleeper, whatever the name is. Like, get that one. That's where you're going with the hunches. I did see the chainmail. I don't understand why there's so much chainmail. Links look massive, or maybe it's just my old ass eyes not understanding what's going on in the photo. It's probably that. Definitely, but that's the one. Thank you. There was a kneecap. There was a kneecap that needed doing. Here it is. I would say that actually, one thing that's really hard to get secondhand is any Tzeentch stuff. That seems to be quite rare in Finland to get secondhand Tzeentch stuff. They're probably the least chaosy stuff I have. It would have to be Perters. I would like to see Perters come back. I do like me Perters. He's got a lot of personality behind him. All you got to do is ask yourself how many loyalist Primarchs are back and how many traitor Primarchs are back, and then you'll know which one's next. Oh, Dusk, do you know Earth in real life? Don't forget to refer to him as the filth that he is. He's not even filth. He's below filth. He's not even in the Discord. So be sure to look down on him as you are a citizen. So be loyal. So it won't be Pertas. It'll be a loyalist. That's what I put my money on. Yeah, don't let him forget it either. Well, service guarantee citizenship. It will, if you want to join the Discord, that's easy. That's easy to join the Discord, but you'll need 5 minutes of your time to become a citizen. You basically have to just write the opposite of everything you think of me, but you've not been here very long, so you can get away with pretty much anything. So many blessings. We don't know the joke. What's this low quality copper, Shizness? Copper's in electrical wiring. Surely that's useful. Or is he saying that he steals pipes from abandoned houses? What's the joke? And Warden, as soon as you know, let us know what you bought. I'm super curious. Are we talking Age of Empires here? Is that what you're playing tomorrow when you said, are we fighting? Are you playing Age of Empires? So what I've done is, so that we can separate Jin Marine, his vents are silver and the rest are gold. So we know who Jin Marine is. Admittedly, his robe's probably going to be a little bit different as well. Okay, so those golds are on. We can ink them at some point and then get some more gold on before it turns. Let's do the robes. Have they been inked? Oh, hang on a second. I've just noticed I've neglected the pistol on this guy. So let's just do this bit gold. What game system? I don't quite follow. Forgive me. I don't know much about the games. Oh. So what's low quality copper merchant? Who's that then? What army's that? God, I sound like an idiot. Well, if the shoe fits, eat it, I say. Wolf Painter, haven't seen you in a while. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Get that combat patrol yet? Well, that's good. Good for you, buddy. Oh my, Earth has gone straight in for citizenship. Oh my. I'd love to see the spiel that you both wrote. That would be so amusing. Okay, looks like Duskin. His layout's different because it was on mobile. That's why I reckon. Looks like he's joined you in citizenship. I shall bestow that upon him right now. You will fight tomorrow as equals. Service guarantee, citizen gents. Would you like to know more? Brr. I'd love a photo. No, can't say I have. Why does that feel like that's like a Nagash thing? What does your game shop buy secondhand minis? Well, that's pretty cool that the shop does that. The Grave Warden is in a terrible bind. He cannot decide. He is spoilt for choice. We've all been there, stuck in a shop, trying to decide what to buy. We've all been there. We should spare a moment for him. We've all been in this situation that he's currently facing. You have our sympathies. We shall pray to Agrax for you. Please, Lord Agrax, please bestow swift decision-making on our... I can't say brother because he's a citizen and I'm not. On my betters. For he is stumbling without your guidance. Please show him a sign. Make the miniature of his choosing fall from the shelf and land upon his feet. Show him the way in your infinite mercy and eternal flatulence. I'm going to try and get in here and put a token bit of brown on here. Warden, I've noticed you've made quite a few purchases. How are you getting all these painted? Are you hanging out with me in the streams and just getting some painting done? Because if that's the case, that's bloody lovely. Is that what you're doing? You're hanging out with little old me and getting some painting done? Catch you later, Wolf. He does like to just pop in from time to time. He's a little bit of a tourist, that's Wolf. But he seems like a nice guy. Would you mind posting even if you lose? I don't know anything about playing. It would be awfully nice to see. If you'd be willing to, it would be really nice to see pics. Even if it's a loss, it doesn't have to be a win. If you're willing, you don't have to. No pressure on that. I think it was the right move. I know I advocated for the opposite, but I think it's going to be a real treat of a model. Oh, do they? Oh, well, that's a good point. The question is, I think it'd probably be Kroot because the Tyranids might not wait for you to be dead before they eat you. That's my issue. One of my big fears is being eaten alive. I don't want to be anywhere near any creatures that would look at me and a sandwich and see the same thing. No, thank you. I did, Warden. We've spoken about it 3 times. I don't understand the scale for the 3rd time. Where's that chainmail going on the Terminator? It looked massive. It's all right, Warden. It's been a reoccurring theme that I've answered you multiple times, but I know, I get why. I know you're in a store, you're excited, you could buy something. I totally get it. I totally get why. Totally get why. No, I know you're not because you're answering. That much was obvious. Ah, okay, so it's like a test run. Ah, okay, I see, I see. That's why the scale was squiffy. That makes sense. Bless you. Bless you. You doing You're doing Agrax work there. Agrax is good work. Bless you. You absolute star. Let's get a shader. Let's get some Typhus going. What blue we got here? Macragge. We're gonna go for some Macragge blue on Typhus. So I was thinking we'd finish those guys, but no, still more. The Sternguard have a lot of detail on them. They have a lot of little bits and pieces, but we're what? Silvers, edge highlight browns, the weapons, the shield, ink the golds. That's quite a lot. Quite a lot. Yeah, credit where credit's due, Warden. You've been absolutely brilliant for keeping me company the past 2 days, especially with the transition warm-up streams / after party streams on TikTok. I think having them as like a warm-up is quite a nice idea. And, you know, Echo came over with us, but even so, I think it's a good place just to get into rhythm, so we're not wasting any startup time on the 3 hours towards the actual painting time. Although, in my defense, I would probably add the 0.5 hours on TikTok to the 1,000 hours schedule. You know, I think I might add that. Yeah, I think it counts. I was painting. It's true. Okay, there's Titus. Oh, Titus. Hey, Bomber. Titus is looking good. Let's record that on the official post-it note of Titus. 25 layers. Great many to go, but I am just janky enough to go through with it. Good, Bomber. We've just finished, actually. We've just come to the end. We did 18 likes. Amazing. We did a 30-minute warm-up stream on TikTok, which me and Warden have decided is a good idea. So we did that, and then we just done 3 hours on here. We've been painting the old Sternguard. Hang on, let me just hold them up. So we've been painting these guys. There's 4 of these guys we've been working on. They're not quite completed. Here are the other 2. Not quite done. But there's a lot of fiddly details, but they're getting there. I think they're going to look a real little treat when they're done, which will definitely be next stream. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Jesus, I've absolutely loved today's stream. Absolutely beautiful. Tomorrow will be evening stream, and we'll get those finished off, and then we get to think about what we get to do next. But yeah, praise Agrax. Yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Absolute pleasure. I will see you then. And thanks again, especially to Warden for the help the past 2 days. Been invaluable. Yeah, all right, guys. I'll see you later. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Loves ya.